Hey everybody, welcome to Game 4 of the 1986 World Series. This game takes us to History Maker Baseball. I brought out the big mat for a special occasion. And we've got our lineups all ready to go. This is Game 4, which is a pivotal game in any World Series. Just ask the Houston Astros and the Washington Nationals. Houston defeated the Nationals 8-1 last night to even the series at 2-2. So it's a big difference between even at 2-2 or down 3-1. So obviously pivotal game. And of course Game 5, every game pretty much is pivotal here, but really that Game 4 really sets the tone. So we're ready to go here in Game 4 for History Maker Baseball. The Red Sox, in a slugfest in Status Pro, beat the Mets 8-7 last night. So tonight we did the pregame checks, or I did the pregame checks. Both teams are semi-dissonant, and for the Mets, Lee Mazzilli, reserve infielder, is unhappy till further notice. Not much of an effect there, but what could be an effect is that Joe Sambito is a struggler till further notice for the Red Sox. So Sambito, the first lefty out of the bullpen, is going to be a struggler till further notice. So that could could come into play later in the ball game. Let's look at the starting pitchers. Al Nipper for the Red Sox. He is a semi-struggler with control. Ron Darling for the Mets. Game 1 starter, star, flash, and semi-control. Let's go through the starting lineups very quickly for the Mets. Leading off in center will be Lenny Dykstra. Batting second at second base is Wally Backman. Hitting third at first base is Keith Hernandez. Batting cleanup and catching, Gary Carter. Batting fifth, right fielder Darryl Strawberry, and he is the designated cold batter. Wally Backman's designated hot batter, based on last game's performance. Batting sixth is Ray Knight at third. Batting seventh is the DH Danny Heat. Batting eighth in left field is Mookie Wilson. And batting ninth, shortstop Rafael Santana. For the Red Sox, Wade Boggs will lead off. Marty Barrett will hit second. Bill Buckner at first will hit third. He's the designated cold batter. Jim Rice will bat cleanup and play left field. He's the designated hot batter. Don Baylor is the DH. Dwight Evans is in right. Rich Gedman catching. Dave Henderson in center. And Spike Owen the shortstop. Umpires for today's game. First time umpires are going to come into play because the other games don't use them. Joe Brinkman is behind the plate. Ed Montague's at first. Dale Ford's at second. And John Kibler is at third. So I think that takes the preliminaries pretty much out of play. Don't have the Fenway Park out, so the card here, Fenway Park plays small to right-handers and normal to left-handers. The book's over here. I got the book right here, but it's off camera because it's just too much to try to show. So I'm just going to read it off, and veteran History Maker players will be able to check it with their book if they so choose. I can't fit everything in, so I want to really make sure I fit in the lineup. So the score sheet's kind of off to the side. You will see me partially put in some stuff here, but I mainly want to focus in on this area right here. I'm going to attempt to roll the dice either here or here. What I may do is move the pitcher is not pitching and roll in this area, and then when the away pitcher is pitching, I'll move the home pitcher and roll in this area. So let's see. Right now, Lenny Dykstra is up facing Al Nipper. And Game 4, History Maker Baseball 1986 World Series is now underway. We had a 1-3-6 that asks, is the pitcher an ace? And of course, he is not an ace. He's a semi-struggler. Then it asks, is the batter a whiffer or cold? He is neither one. So right away, we have infield drama. So we're going to test the defense of the Red Sox early on. Infield drama, and everybody in the infield is neutral except for Spike Owen. He is semi-iron at short. And now he will be iron if it calls upon it. 3-5. Third baseman iron. Nope, Boggs is not iron, so it's a routine ground out. And Dykstra is retired on a ground ball to third. So one away. Good start for Nipper. Brings up Wally Backman, the designated hot batter. 1-4-4. Does he have flash? Nipper does not have flash. Is the batter a hero? Wally Backman, he is a hero. Billy may not want to be a hero, but Wally Backman's a hero, so he's going to get himself a base hit. Single to right field. So Wally Backman continuing his hot hitting. One out single brings up Keith Hernandez. 2-2-2, that's bad for Nipper. It's blank for the pitcher. Is he a sad sack? Hernandez is not a sad sack. So it's a double to center unless he is a home run king, which he is not. So it's a double to center with a runner at second, a double. You have to be active runner to score from first. Backman is not active, so he will stop at third. But now you have runners at second and third. Runners at second and third with only one out. Early on in the first, they're going to play the infield back. Here's Gary Carter. 4-5-6. Is he patient? Gary Carter is not patient. He's going to fly to center, but there will be a sacrifice fly on the lead die of 4. So there will be a sacrifice fly to center field, first run of the game. RBI given to Gary Carter as Backman comes in to score. Mets lead at 1-0. That's in purple. So we're going to the chemistry chart for the at-bat of Darryl Strawberry. Both teams are semi-dissonant. Now they're both neutral. 5-6. Pitching team dissonance. Nope. Pitcher not confident. Chooses safe pitch. Ripped to outfield for single. That's if they were dissonant. Decider die says they're not dissonant, so it's a strikeout. So Strawberry, continuing his cold ways, gets the whiff. But the Mets do pick up the run. And after half an inning here at Fenway, it is the Mets 1 and the Red Sox coming to bat. And that result for that strikeout was in blue. So first at bat is going to be the right now chart. And both pitchers and batter, of course, are neutral because they haven't hit yet. So it's a neutral versus neutral on the right now chart. 2-5. Hot batter. No, he's not a hot batter, so he will line it down to first. So Keith Hernandez snags that Boggs liner. 1 away. Here's Marty Barrett. 2-3-4 for Marty Barrett. 2-3-4. Runners on base. Nope, nobody's on base. He's not the hot batter. So he's going to pop to third. And by Ray Knight. 2 down. And that'll bring up Billy Buckner. 1-6-6 is Billy Buck. I'm sorry, is the pitcher a workman? No, he's not. Billy Buck, is he a whiffer? Billy Buck is not a whiffer. So he's going to ground to third, and that's going to end the inning. It is in red, so the next at bat in the second inning will go off of the experience chart. So we go to our experience chart. Al Nipper is neutral. Ray Knight is an icon, so Ray Knight's going to get the advantage on this at bat, being that he's an icon. And Nipper is neutral. Not using manager cards. We'll play it straight up. 6-6. Ooh, that could be bad. 6-6. There's the pitch. It's a line drive center field fence. So a fence check for Knight. He is neutral. He's not a slugger or a scrapper or home run king. He is neutral. So we'll go off the other chart. And we roll 1d6 to figure out what he does. It's 2. That's a double. So Ray Knight leads off the top of the second with a double off of Al Nipper. And that'll bring up Danny Heap. DH. 1-5-5 for Danny Heap. Is he a home run king? He is a semi-slugger, but not a home run king. He will fly to center. Put away by Hindu, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up Mookie Wilson, left fielder. 1-2-3, flash and fresh, no. So it's a ground out to short. And that will freeze the runner at second. So 2 down, and it's Rafael Santana, the shortstop, number 9 hitter. 1-1-2, flash, no. Is he a sad sack? No, he's not. He's utility, but not a sad sack. So we've got to check with score. That means we're either going to have a hit or an error based on what this roll is. It's a 1d6 roll. It's a 5. 5 says error on either the second baseman or the shortstop. So we'll roll this decider die. If it's a dot, the error will be on Owen. If it's blank, it'll be on Barrett. So it's on Owen. So it's an E6 on Spike Owen. That will move Knight to third. So now put runners at the corners with 2 outs and back to the top of the order for Lenny Dykstra. Nipper needs to get out of this. Keep this game close. You don't want the Mets getting away from you. 2-4-6. Control. He does have the control feature. It is a ground ball back to Nipper. And the inning is over. So Nipper pitches around a double and an error. Keeps the Mets right where they are. It's 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second. Jim Rice is up to the plate. 2-3-6, double control. He does not have it. It's a walk to Jim Rice. So leadoff man aboard for the Red Sox. And that will bring up Don Baylor, the DH. And the Red Sox missed him in those 2 games in Fenway. 2-3-6 again, another double control, which he doesn't have, so it's another walk. So back-to-back walks by Darling. He's getting a little shaky here, and now he's got to face Dewey Evans. 2 on, nobody out. 2-3-5. Is he wild? No. Is the batter eager? Evans is semi-patient. He's not eager. So he's going to ground to second unless he's patient. Well, he's semi-patient. Desire says he's patient, so it's yet another walk. So Ron Darling has walked the bases loaded with nobody out. And here comes Rich Gedman. 1-6-6. Workman, no. Is Gedman a whiffer? No, he's not. So it's a ground out to third, and that's a double play. Round the horn, 5-4-3. They'll let the run score, but it is going to be a double play, 5-4-3. Well, let me double check that and check the chart to make sure I'm not assuming anything here. Let me check this. There's a chart over here about base running rules. So it's a ground out with the bases loaded, and with a lead die of 1, it does say double play, run on third scores. So, okay. So I'm still good on that. So, no RBI given, obviously, as Gedman hits into the double play. Although Rice will score to tie the game, and Baylor will go to third. So 2 outs, Baylor's at third now. Game tied 1 apiece, and here's Dave Henderson, Hindu. 1-4-5. Struggler, no. Ground out to third. Inning is over. So Darling actually gets out of that pretty luckily. Bases loaded, nobody out, and the Red Sox can only put 1 on the board. So we go to the third. Tied at 1, and this is the last inning for both pitchers to be fully fresh. It's Wally Backman, the hot batter. 3-5-6, that's a left-right split. Backman's a switch hitter, so he's going to get that base hit. And again, Wally Backman continues to be a hot hitter. Leadoff man aboard. Here is Keith Hernandez, doubled his first time up. 4-6-6. Control, Nipper has the control feature, but that's a bad thing. Pitch red, single to left field. Lead die of 4 is a 2-base advancement. So runners are on the corners. Here in the top of the third for the heart of the order, Gary Carter and then Strawberry. Carter sacrificed fly his last trip. 1-4-6. Flash, no. Is Carter a champion? No. Ground out to second, and that's going to be a double play. The run will score again. Let me double check it again. Lead die 1 with runners at the corners. Yep, double play, run on third scores. So Carter, 4-6-3 double play, prevents the big inning. The run does score. Backman does come in to score to give the Mets a 2-1 lead. But now that there are 2 outs and the bases are clear for Darryl Strawberry. Oop, knocked over a little pawn there, didn't I? 1-3-6, he's not an ace. Is he whiffer or cold? He is whiffer, so he's going to strike out again. So Strawberry does it again. If I go back to his previous game in Status Pro, yeah, he was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Now he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So 6 at-bats, 5 strikeouts, 0 for 6 for Strawberry. He's definitely having a rough series, but the Mets do pick up the run on the double play grounder. Go to the bottom of the third, 2-1 Mets, and here is Spike Owen, number 9 hitter. 2-6. Is he hit by the pitch? Desire says he's not. Is he a cleanup batter? No, he's going to fly to left unless he's a whiffer. He's not a whiffer, he's going to fly to left. So 1 away, and that brings us back to the top of the order for Wade Boggs. 2-6 again. This time he is hit by the pitch. The Desire gave it, or made him get plunked. So it's a hit by pitch. Boggs will reach, and that will send up Marty Barrett. Whoa. Knew that was going to happen one of these days. The way this table is set up, I got to re-roll the whole thing because it's catching the dice. My bad. Hold the phone, folks. Let me get the other die out of here. Here it is. So I'm going to keep the 2 that are down there, but I got to re-roll these 2. Be careful how I roll these things. 3-5-6. It's a left-right split, but they're both right-handed, so that's a Circle K strikeout as Marty Barrett is out number 2. And now it's up to Billy Buck. Billy Buckner. 4-6-6. Control. Yes, he's got it. Semi-control. But that's, again, a bad thing. It's a single to left. 2-base advancement. So Boggs motors to third. Runners on the corners. 2 outs for Jim Rice, the hot batter. Walked and scored his last trip. 4-4-5. Workman. No, he's not a workman. Is he patient? Rice is not patient. He will ground to first. And Darling gets out of it. So at the end of 3, it is the Mets 2 and the Red Sox 1. And now both pitchers go to semi-freshness for innings 4 through 6. Nipper facing Ray Knight. 1-4-5. Struggler, no. Check that. He is a semi-struggler. The side-eye says he's a struggler. So that means it's a wild pitch, but nobody's on base. So instead of an out, it's going to be a redo for Ray Knight. 1-1-5. Is he fresh? He's semi-fresh, but the side-eye says no. Is batter a home run king or a sad sack? Ray Knight is neither one. So he's going to double to left field. So how about that? Ray Knight, his second double of the game. 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. And it's going to bring up Danny Heat. 2-3-4. Runners on base. Yes, we do have plate drama because there is a runner on base. And the catcher, Gedman, is semi-gold, so that might help prevent some sort of a wild pitch or pass ball. 1-6. Well, he's going to be neutral now. Catcher iron. No, he's not iron. It's a ball, but means we go to the umpire chart when it's in orange. With the runner on second, we're going to go see what the umpires have to say. Rolled the wrong thing. Let me redo that. I forgot to supposed to roll the sire die, not the red die. Not bad. 4-4. Runner on second, 4-4. Respected umpire at first. No, Ed Montague is not respected. If he was, batter safe at first on a close play. Otherwise, umpire calls batter out, runner advances to third. Okay, so I'm going to say Heat grounded out 4-3, and that's going to move Knight to third. So he's at third base with 1 out for Mookie Wilson, and they're going to play the infield in. They want to choke that run off with 1 out and runner at third, bottom of the order up. 1-3-5, that's the unusual play with a black 1. We go to the ballpark. Fenway Park, Mookie Wilson's going to be batting left-handed. As a switch hitter, it plays normal. So Fenway playing normal. And we get a 2-3. Small ballpark, batter drills home run, otherwise fly out to right. So it is a fly out to right field, but is it a sacrifice fly? That's the question. The lead die there was a 2. So let's see if you get runner advancement with a runner at third. Runner at third, lead die of 2. Active runner would score on a sacrifice, but any other runner would have to hold. Ray Knight's not active, so he's got to hold. And so, in that case, that fly ball goes to right field. Evans has it. They don't want to test Evans' arm, so now there's 2 down. And it's up to Rafael Santana, or Nipper will get out of this. 2-4-5. 2-4-5 is batter a hero. No, he's not. He will pop to second, and that's going to end the inning. So Nipper pitches around it. That is in red, so we're going to the experience chart for the at-bat with Baylor versus Darling. But we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 2-1 Mets. And we do go to the experience chart. Baylor's an icon. Darling is neutral. So Baylor, obviously, the advantage there. 4-5. Prospect batter. No, he's not. If he was, he would strike out. Otherwise, hard to field grounder out at first. So it doesn't matter. He's going to make an out anyway. He just won't strike out. But we'll call it a 5-3 ground out. Not that it matters. And that'll bring up Dewey Evans. 2-5-5. Is the pitcher a star? Yes, he is. So that's a strikeout, unless the batter has a good eye. He does not have a good eye, so Evans goes down on strikes. 2 down, and that'll bring up Rich Gedman. 1-1-3. Ace or dynamic? No. Slugger is, and Gedman is a slugger right there. He's a slugger. So he's going to double to left field. So a 2-out double for Gedman puts him in scoring position for Dave Henderson as the Red Sox try to tie the score here in the 4th. 4-4-6. Is he a star? Yes, he is. Ground out to second. Darling was able to get out of that. Nothing doing other than the double, but they can't make anything out of it. So we go to the 5th. Still 2-1 Mets. And it's the top of the order for the Mets, Lenny Dykstra. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? He is not a whiffer, so we have outfield drama for the Red Sox. And they have a couple good outfielders. Evans is semi-gold, Rice is semi-gold. Henderson is neutral. 1-2 in the outfield. Right fielder Iron. No, he's definitely not Iron. So it's a routine fly out to Dewey Evans for out number 1. Dykstra is gone, but the hot hitter Backman, all he does is reach base. 1-2-3, maybe not this time though. 1-2-3 flash and fresh, no, but it is going to be a ground out to short. And they finally have an answer for Wally Backman. So 2 down for Keith Hernandez. 3-4-4. Prospect, no, Nipper is not a prospect, he's neutral. Is the batter patient? Keith Hernandez is semi-patient. Desire says he's patient, so he will draw a walk. So 2-out walk to Keith Hernandez, and he's reached base all 3 times. A double, a single, and a walk. Keeps the inning going for Gary Carter. Carter, a sacrifice fly and a double play. 1-3-5, I'm going to the ballpark again. But this time a right-handed hitter is going to make Fenway play small. So Carter could do some damage right here. Small ballpark. 1-3. Small ballpark, foul into first base bleachers, batter still at bat. So the fact it was small, not a lot of foul territory. So Carter gets another chance. Instead of fouling out, he'll get another chance. 2-2-2, and he's going to take advantage of it. Is he a sad sack? No, he's not. So it's a double to center field unless he's a home run king. He's a semi-home run king. Desire says he's a home run king, so instead of that, he's going to strike out. How do you like that? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's a strikeout. Okay. No, take it back. I misread that. My bad. Look at this. I misread it. You can see it with the glare. Double to center. There's 3 asterisks there. The 3 asterisks means he hits a home run, not a strikeout. The 2 asterisks means he strikes out. Here, he hits a home run. So, almost missed that one completely. But Gary Carter just hits a 2-run bomb. The small ballpark in Fenway with very little foul territory gave him another opportunity. He took advantage of it. He blasts a 2-run homer, and the Mets lead it 4-1. And now the Red Sox bullpen is active. Steve Crawford loosening. 3-3-5. Wild, no. Sad sack. Is Strawberry a sad sack? No, he's not. So Strawberry will finally get off to Schneid. He will single, and he will also steal a base. Because he's not stoic. He's actually semi-active. So Strawberry singles and he steals with Ray Knight at the plate. He steals second base. So he is in scoring position for Ray Knight. Could be Nipper's last batter. 1-5-6. Is Knight a whiffer? He is not. So we have outfield drama again. But that might help the Red Sox. They're good fielding outfield. 5-6. Left fielder Iron. Nope, Rice is not Iron, so he makes the play. And the inning is over. But a 2-run bomb from Gary Carter has probably sealed the fate of Al Nipper. He may not be back. McNamara may have to go to the bullpen. It's a DH, so you don't have to worry about pinch hitting, but you do need to make your decisions based on how well or how not so well the pitchers are pitching. So they are going to go. Looks like they're going to have Steve Crawford. Steve Crawford is going to be your new pitcher in the top of the 6th. So close the book on Nipper. And a lot of Red Sox fans are probably glad of that. Gives up 4 runs, all earned. And the home run there. See how many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got number 8 hits. 5 runs, 8 hits. I'm sorry, 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, including a homer. He walks 1, and he strikes out Looks like all I have him for is 2. All right, so the Red Sox with their work cut out for them. Spike Owen start things off. Number 9 hitter, start the 5th. 2-2-6. Is he hit by the pitch? Yes, the dot is there, so he is hit by the pitch. Second time a Red Sox batter has been hit. They plunked Boggs in the 3rd, and now they're ready to they're plunking Spike Owen. So Darling, a little bit of wildness there. I don't think there's any malice behind it. Here's Wade Boggs. You don't want to plunk your number 9 guy and have Wade Boggs coming up. 1-3-6. He's not an ace. Is he whiffer or cold? He is neither one. So we go to infield drama for the Mets. Infield drama for the Mets. Santana and Hernandez are semi-gold. Everybody else is neutral. Now they're all neutral. 1-2. Shortstop iron. Nope. It won't be a 2-base error, but it will be a regular error. You have to be gold to avoid the error. Santana semi-gold, but Desired Dice says no, so it is going to be an E6. So both shortstops now have committed an error. And that will put runners at first and second with nobody out. And the Red Sox putting on the rally caps. Here comes Marty Barrett. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? Marty Barrett is not a whiffer. So we have outfield drama for the Mets. And in their outfield, Wilson is semi-gold. Everybody else is neutral. Everybody's neutral. 3-4. Left fielder iron. Nope, it's an easy fly out. So 1 away. Runners have to hold. Billy Buckner coming to the plate. 3-5-5. Struggler, no. Champion, he's not a champion. It's a ground out to second unless he's a whiffer. It's a ground out to second. That's a fielder's choice on a lead die of 3. So Boggs is out. Boggs is going to be out. 4-6 on the fielder's choice. Buckner will reach first, and Owen will scurry over to 3rd. So runners are at the corners now with 2 outs for Jim Rice. So they got the man they want, the hot batter at the plate. 1-2-5. Struggler, no. Is he patient? Rice is not patient. He's going to ground to 3rd unless he's a whiffer. He's not, so it's a ground out to 3rd. And Darling pitches out of that mess. And at the end of 5, it is still Mets 4, Red Sox 1. And Steve Crawford, the new pitcher. And we'll give a 5th through 5 inning box score look-see, just to see how it's doing, or score sheet, see how it's doing. You see it's a 4-1 game for the Mets. And Nipper, 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and a home run. Darling's still going, so can't close the book on him yet, obviously. And the bottom of the 6th will be the last semi-freshness inning for Darling. Crawford coming in to start the top of the 6th against Danny Heap. 1-4-4. Does he have flash? He's got semi-flash, but Desired Die is a no. Is Heap a hero? Well, he's a semi-hero, so we got to roll and see if he is a hero. He is not. So since he's not a hero, he's going to ground to short. And that's 1 away. So that'll bring up Mookie Wilson. 3-6-6. He's not a pinch hitter, so he's going to fly to center. 2 down, and that'll bring up Rafael Santana. Number 9 hitter. 0 for 2. He did reach on an error. 2-4-6. Control. Crawford has semi-control. It's a dot, so he has the control. It's ground ball back to Crawford. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Steve Crawford in back of Al Nipper, keeping it at a 4-1 game. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. And this again is the last inning of semi-freshness for Ron Darling. And he'll be facing Don Baylor, Dwight Evans, and Rich Gedman. Baylor, 1-5-5. Is he a home run king? Baylor is a semi-home run king. Desired Die says he's a home run king, so it is gone. Don Baylor just blasted one over the Green Monster. Too bad for the Red Sox, the bases were empty. But at least it gets them one step closer, as the Doobie Brothers once sang. It is now 4-2, and here's Dwight Evans. 2-2-5. Is he a star? Yes, Darling is a star. So it's a ground out to the infielder of our choice. So we'll say he just grounds to short. 1 away. Brings up number 7 hitter Rich Gedman. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? He's semi-fresh, but the sire die is a blank. Is the batter a sad sack? No, he's not. He's going to single past second base. So 1-out single for Gedman. And we go to the right now chart because that was in blue for Dave Henderson. Henderson grounded out, so he's neutral. But Darling is cold because of giving up that hit. So we have a cold pitcher against a neutral batter. And we get a 1-5 off the right now chart. Cold batter. No, he's not a cold batter. Batter pounces on pitch, single through the shortstop. So it's a base hit for Henderson. Gedman will stop at second base. But now the Sox have something going again. Spike Owen trying to keep it going. 2 on, 1 out. Mets bullpen starting to stir a little bit. 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No, he's not a struggler. Is the batter patient? No, he's not. He's got a semi-good eye, but he's not patient. So he's going to ground to third. And on that lead die 1, that's a double play. Talk about killing a rally, a 5-4-3 double play. Almost thought about pinch hitting for Owen there, but I guess that would have been kind of early to do that. So 6 innings are in the books, and it is now a 4-2 game favor the Mets. Now Crawford coming back out for his second inning of work. He is now semi-fresh. Darling, if he pitches the 7th, will lose all freshness. Here is Len Dykstra. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? No, he's not. We got outfield drama for the Sox. Pretty good outfield, so they feel good about that. If they get the dot, they do not, though. So 3-5. Left fielder gold. No, he's not gold. Without the dot, he's not a gold, so it's a double. So the decider die just cost him a double. Otherwise, Rice would have made that catch, being semi-gold. But the double by Dykstra. And that's going to go, that's in purple, so we're going to the chemistry chart, which both teams are dissonant. Now they're both neutral, 4-6. Pitching team dissonance, no. Would have been a walk, otherwise we got infield drama. So infield drama for the Red Sox. See who they have on their infield. Owen is semi-iron, everybody else is neutral. So Owen will be iron, 2-4. Second baseman gold. No, he's not gold, so it's a bobble and an error on Marty Barrett. And that will put runners at first and third. Second error of the game on the Sox. Marty Barrett, by not being gold, commits the error. And Crawford not getting help from his defense. And now runners at the corners. Keith Hernandez, the batter. They're going to have to play the infield in. They can't give up any more runs. 2-4-4. Ace. No, he's not an ace. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not a champion. So it's a ground out to short. Unless he's a whiffer, he's not a whiffer. So let's check infield in. And a lead die of 2. Runners at first and third. Batter out at first. Runner on first to second. Runner on third holds. Okay. So that ground ball. 2-4-4. Ground out to short. So Spike Owen throws to first for the out. Freezing Dykstra at third, but Backman does go to second, so they weren't able to get the double play. They had to go to get the batter instead. Now Tabby wants to come in, so I got to take a second for that. And she didn't want to be here. Now she does want to be here for the last part of the game, I guess. All right, so runners at second and third for Gary Carter. And they could think about walking Carter and pitching to Strawberry because Carter just hit that blast last time. And I think that's what they're going to do. And they're also going to bring in a new pitcher to go with it. So Crawford's going to leave. It's an intentional walk to Carter to load the bases and set up a force at any base. And they're going to bring a left-hander in. And it won't be Joe Sambito, who they thought they might bring in, because he is a struggler until further notice from the game day check. Although, you know what? I guess they're going to have to, because the only other lefty is Lawler, and he's worse. So they're going to have to just live with it, I guess. Take their chances, playing their percentages. Sambito will get the ace boost from coming in mid-inning. So he will be an ace, but he's also going to be a workman and a struggler. So kind of a mixed bag here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Infield looking to turn 2 against Strawberry. 1-2-3. Flash and fresh. He is fresh, and there is a flash, so it's a strikeout. And actually that was a bad break because it would have been a double play otherwise. So he strikes out Strawberry, and that's going to be it for Sambito. That was his one charge, was to come in and get Strawberry, the lefty. Now they can go to the right-hander, and that's going to be Sammy Stewart. So going to bring Sammy Stewart in to try to get out of it the rest of the way. He will inherit the ace quality as well. So Sambito gets the strikeout on his 1/3 of an inning. But now it's up to Sammy Stewart to try to get out of the jam. Bases are loaded. 2 outs for Ray Knight. And Stewart is an ace on this at bat. 4-5-5. Flash. He's got semi-flash. Decider gives it to him. It is a strikeout. Ray Knight doesn't have the good eye, so it is a strikeout. So how about that? The bullpen comes in and cleans up for the Sox. The combination of Sambito and Stewart, double S, took care of it. Striking out Strawberry and Knight keeps the game in check, 4-2. And now we go to the bottom of the 7th, so we can close the book on Crawford. He goes an inning and a third and gives up 1 hit but nothing else. He did walk a batter, that was intentional. And no strikeouts. Okay. All right, so now we go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch time. No singing, no ukulele, no none of that stuff. Boggs, Barrett, and Buckner. We've got some lefties coming up, so Davey Johnson is going to make a preemptive strike and go to Jesse Orosco. So Darling went 6 innings, gave up the 2 runs. They were both earned. 1 on the blast by Baylor, so 1 home run. Let's check his walks. He walked the bases loaded in the 2nd for 3 walks. But that was it. He didn't walk anybody else. He did hit a batter. But he had 3 walks. And let's check his strikeouts. Not very many. 1, 2. I've only got him for 2 strikeouts. Let's check his hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only got him for 5 hits. Actually, he hit 2 batters. He hit Boggs and Owen. So Darling is out of there. And Jesse Orosco, now he will not get the ace boost because he's starting the inning. You have to come mid-inning to get that. So Jesse Orosco facing Wade Boggs to start the bottom of the 7th, 4-2 Mets. 1-4-6. Does he have flash? He does have that quality, so it's a strikeout unless Boggs has a good eye. He's got a semi-good eye, so we're going to check to see if he has the good eye. He does, so he will not strike out. Instead, he will ground out. So he's out nonetheless, but people were on base, that would have made a difference. So here's Marty Barrett. 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No. Is the batter patient? No. It's ground out to third. He's not a whiffer, so it's a ground out to third. 2 ground outs, and that brings up Bill Buckner. Buckner. 2-3-6 is double control. That'll be a walk. So a walk there, and here's Rice, the tying run at the plate against Orosco. Big matchup. 4-5-6. Does the pitcher? His pitcher's blank. Is he patient? He is not. He's going to fly to center, and the inning is over. So Orosco pitches around that walk to end the inning. We go to the 8th. That result was in purple, so we're going to the chemistry chart. As Sammy Stewart's going to come back out for another inning of work. He's going to be facing Heap, Wilson, and Santana, and he's semi-fresh. 3-3-6. Is he ace or dynamic? No. Is the batter sad sack, utility, or patient? He is semi-patient. Decider says he's patient, so just make a call to strike 3. So the Red Sox bullpen has now struck out 3 batters in a row, going back to last inning. And here's Mookie Wilson. 1-6-6. He's not a workman. I'll take it back. He is a workman. He's semi-workman. Decider says he is. It's a single to left field. Almost missed that check. It's a single to left for Wilson. That's in red, so we're going to the experience chart for the next at bat. Santana is neutral. Stewart is an icon. So the pitcher with the advantage. 2-2. Prospect pitcher, no. It's a pop out to the pitcher. So Santana pops it right up to Stewart for out number 2. And now here is Dykstra. It's a dangerous Lenny Dykstra with 2 outs and a runner at first. 2, 4, 6. Pitcher have control. No, he does not. Eager or Sad Sack. He's neither one, so he's going to draw a walk. So a walk to Dykstra moves Wilson to second. Runners at first and second for Wally Backman. And you got to wonder if, and they're going to do it, they're going to go ahead and make the move to Bob Stanley. Bob Stanley's going to come on. He will get that ace boost coming in mid-inning, but this is a big spot. They can't afford to give up any more runs. They have to play this like it's the extra innings almost. So Stanley is going to come on, see if he can do things right, facing the hot Wally Backman. 2 on, 2 out. Oops. 1, 4, 5. Struggler, no, it's ground out to first base to end the inning. So Stanley gets him out of it. Keeps the score right where it is, 4-2. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Orozco. They're going to leave him in there. He's now semi-fresh. Going to be facing Baylor. Homered his last time up. 1-3-4. Do we have a gold catcher? Gary Carter is a neutral catcher, so he's not gold. Champion. Is Baylor a champion? No. We got outfield drama. So outfield drama for the Mets. 3-5. Left fielder gold. Mookie Wilson is semi-gold. The side eye says he's gold. So he will make the catch. He will make a shoestring catch for the out, and it is in purple. So we're going to the chemistry chart for the bat of Dwight Evans. Both teams semi-dissonant. Now they're both dissonant. 5-6. Pitching team distance, yes. Pitcher chooses safe pitch and is ripped to the outfield for a single for Dwight Evans. So Evans with the single, and that's going to bring up Rich Gedman, lefty on lefty. And let's see here, 2, 4, 5. Is the batter a hero? Gedman is not a hero, so he's going to pop to second. It's out number 2. And this would normally take us to the right now chart because it's in red, but we're going to have a pitching change. So Davey Johnson's going to go to his closer, Roger McDowell, try to get a 4-out save. He will get the ace boost because he's coming in mid-frame, facing a tough righty in Dave Henderson. So he's a star with semi-flash and semi-control, but in this at-bat, he's also an ace. 3-3-4. Ace or star, yes. Well, he would have passed it with the star check as well, but I don't know that Orozco would have. Don't know. I have to go back and look at this. Orozco's a semi. Yeah, he would have made it too. So you never know. Play the percentages, but anyway, ace or star is a pop out to first, and that's the end of the inning. So Orozco goes an inning and 2/3. Gives up a hit and a walk, but nothing else. No strikeouts. But more importantly, keeps the game at 4-2 as we go to the 9th. So we start the 9th, and Bob Stanley coming back out. He is now semi-fresh, and he's going to be facing Keith Hernandez. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 hitters here in the 9th. 2, 4, 6. Does he have the control feature? He does. It's a ground ball back to Stanley. 1 away. That's going to bring up Gary Carter. Carter, sacrifice fly and a home run in this game. 1-3-4. Gold catcher. No, he's not gold. Is the batter wait a minute. Gedman is semi-gold. My bad. Gedman is semi-gold. The side eye says he's gold, so it will be a strikeout. How about that? Gedman framed it. And Joe Brinkman rang him up. Speaking of ringing up, here's Strawberry. Although he did get a single in this game, he's also struck out 3 times. To go with the a couple from last time. 2-2-4. Pitching at home. Yes, he is. Bob Stanley took advantage of pitching at home. It's a pop-up to short. And the inning's over. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Red Sox. as it's Mets 4, Red Sox 2. McDowell is now semi-fresh. Owen is a scheduled batter, but he will not hit. They're going to take him back, and they're going to go for somebody a little bit better. They're going to go for Tony Armas, and if it happens to go extra innings, Ed Romero would be the shortstop going forward. But right now it is Tony Armas in a pinch hitting role here in the 9th. See what he can do against McDowell. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? No. He's semi-fresh. Side die says no. Is the batter a sad sack? He is not a sad sack. Spike Owen would have been a sad sack potentially, but Armas isn't, so he's going to single past second base. So big pinch hit there for Armas. And since he's stoic, they're going to pinch run for him with Ed Romero, who is semi-stoic, so it's a little bit better. Plus, he would be playing shortstop anyway if it goes extra innings. So leadoff single for the pinch hitter, Tony Armas. Ed Romero now pinch running, and Wade Boggs the batter. 3-4-5. Iron catcher, no. Good eye. Does he have a good eye? He does have a good eye. So it will be a check swing ball, and we're going to the umpire chart. Won't be a strikeout, but we go to the umpire chart with the runner at first. See what happens with this umpire chart as Boggs was able to hang in there. 2-6. Respected umpire at home. Brinkman is semi-respected. The side die says he's respected. Batter doubles. Base runner breaks for home. Out. So since he's respected, Ed Romero is out at the plate. We call it 8-6-2. Boggs does double, but Romero probably should not have been taking that chance to try to score down by 2, but he did, and he's out. So since Brinkman was respected, they didn't let him go for that. They called him out. So now here's Marty Barrett as the Fenway fans are letting the third base coach have it. 1-2-4, control. He's got semi-control. The side die says no. Is the batter eager? He is not eager, so he's going to walk. So let's put runners at first and second. Tying runs are now at the plate. And the heart of the order coming up, Buckner and Rice. So McDowell a little shaky, but realistically, Davey Johnson doesn't have a whole lot left on the bullpen. They could go to Doug Sisk, I guess. But, I mean, McDowell's your closer, so it's kind of his game to win or lose, I guess. All right, here is, although he's now a semi-struggler because he's given up 3 straight base runners. So he's a star, but he's also now a semi-struggler. Buckner, 3-6-6. He's not a pinch hitter. He's going to fly to center. And that's going to be out number 2. And now it's down to Jim Rice. He could walk it off with a home run, or the game could be over with an out. All comes down to this for Mr. Rice. 1-2-4. Control. He's got semi-control. The side eye says he does. It is a ground ball to short, and the ball game is over. The Mets win it by the score of 4-2 and take a 3-1 lead in the World Series. So a huge 3-1 lead. Now Game 5 will be back at Fenway on Stratomatic, but it could be Katie bar the door. Let's look at the totals real quickly. As McDowell gets the save, Darling gets the win, and Nipper takes the loss. So let's see, McDowell went an inning and a third, and he gave up 2 hits and a walk, no runs, no strikeouts. So I've got Boston for 8 hits, 2 runs and 8 hits, and 2 errors. Mets 4 runs. See how many hits they were able to acquire. They got 8 off of Nipper in the first 5, and then 1 off of Crawford, and then one more hit off of Stewart. So a total of 10 hits. All right, so a little bit messy score sheet, but those are the totals. 4 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error for the Mets. 2 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors for the Red Sox. Winning pitcher was Ron Darling. Save goes to McDowell, and loser is Al Nipper. Star of the game for the Mets Well, Wally Backman was 2 for 2. Gary Carter did homer and hit a sacrifice fly, so you could give him that. Ray Knight had a couple of doubles, but didn't really amount to anything. So make your pick there. Maybe the star of the game was Darling, 6 innings and only giving up the 2 runs. So there you go. Game 4 is in the books, just like it was last night for the Astros and the Nationals. Game 5 will be tonight for the Nationals and Astros. And Game 5 on Stratomatic will be in a couple days for this series, and it could be the final. But for right now, we bid you adieu from Fenway Park. History Maker Baseball. Mets win Game 4 of the World Series, take a 3-1 lead with a 4-2 victory over the Red Sox. Till next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And we'll see you all down the road.